Hello, my friends. Welcome to Kiss Up Cards. Keep it simple, stamping up. And it's Thursday tip time. So I have a tip for you tonight, talking about our stamp pads. And so let's get right to my craft table and let's get talking about the stamp pads. Right, here at my craft table, I've got my ink pad. So I'll just move this out of the way. No, first I'm going to ink. So this is Early Espresso, and I really like this color. So I did buy this refill, and so I can ink my stamp pad and continue using Early Espresso. Now, I'm going to stamp with this right now because I think it's like losing the power of the ink. So I'm going to just stamp this. And you're in my thoughts. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And one way to freshen up your ink pad is to just go like this. And you can see it soaking in. So it needed some ink. Now, this will not spread it around very well, but that's why I have a plastic spoon. And what you're just going to do is spread this around to spread the ink so that it's evenly spread across your ink pad. Now, your spoon gets a little yucky, but you can wash that off. So let's bring in this again. We have this one stamped. And if you had noticed, I had a lot of brown on my ink pad and not so much this time. And let's see what the difference is. Look at how much darker it is. And that's what we want. So that's one way. So the stamp pads, all the colors do have a refill with them. So if you think it's something that you want in the future, buy your ink refill right away. If not, like for me, I had bought Early Espresso and then discovered that I really, really liked it. So then I did buy a refill later on. So one individual ink pad is $12.25 and the refill is $7.50. So you save money with the refill. I want to talk to you about our white ink stamp. It is a little bit more special, shall I say. So the ink pad comes with the ink refill. And the reason it does that is that the ink pad has no ink in it. You have to supply the ink. There's something special about white that you need the ink refill, and they can't pre-do it. What the reason is, I cannot remember anymore. I just wanted to test that out to see what's there. So I would take the white, and this is really, really thick. It is you'll see that it is much thicker. Like I can hardly squeeze it out. Oh, maybe it's dried. Oh, no, I seem to be getting it all over myself. There, it is really, really thick. I need two hands. I probably need someone else who has strong hands. I don't have strong hands anymore. So you just do the same idea, go back and forth and back and forth. Now with the white ink, you can also use that to use the embossing powders because it stays wet for a while. I'll make sure this spoon is clean. I don't get brown in here. And then again, you just do the same thing. you just spread it around. And you can see it just soaking in. Then I'll take the stamp pad, embossing powders, embossing, heat embossing is really cool, and I will show you that another time. But here is white on a dark color. See how that shows up? It's beautiful. I wasn't liking the white as much because I was stamping too fast. So again, when you take your time to stamp, holding it down, letting it just, la-di-da. So that's white. Now this always throws me off because this is standing in my basket like this and I'm looking for white and I see black. So I wish they had made this white and wrote it in black letters, the word white, because it throws me off every time. Maybe a suggestion I make for Stampin' Up. So that's the stamp pads with the refills. My little tip for Thursday night tip time. You can see the results of the early espresso, which is supposed to be really dark, and I knew it was getting lighter and lighter. And so by adding the ink, it makes it darker. And then talking about the whites stamp set. So our stamp sets come in a galore of colors with the refills. So there we go. Stamp pads, refill ink are a great economical way to extend the life of your stamp pad. If there's a color that you like that is going out of stock, so for example, boho blue, wild wheat, and there's another one, a gray one, that's going out of stock. And if that's a color you like, then it might be time to get the refill if it's still available. So those are things you want to think of when you're buying your inks, your stamp pads, is do I really like this color and would I like to extend the life of it? And then white, which I stamped on a dark color, just adds a nice touch. So I will show you next week how to do some embossing with the white ink and with the Versamark. So that'll just a little tease there for you. So ink pads, they're a great way to write on your work, put some sentiments on. Comes in all different colors. You can get little ink spots, 6 of them in a package that are not colored at all. So you could get those 6 ink spots and you could get 6 refills and then just do that too. That would be an economical way. I think 6 small ink spots are $13 and then you can get the refills. So just some different ways to talk about ink and your stamp pads. With some stamp pads, they do come in some bundles, and so you can save that way as well. You could buy, I think there's 6 of them or there's 12 of them in a bundle, and you can save some money that way by buying them in a bundle. So lots of opportunities to get your ink supplies started. Now, black does not come in an ink pad like this. It comes as Memento Black, and that's on my next order because my black from my scrapbooking days is drying out. So I could buy the ink refill, but I think I want to get the pad first and then I'll get the ink refill. So with the black, you just have a one-time purchase. It costs $11, and the refill costs $9. So you save some money there. So that you can just keep purchasing as long as the material in the ink pad is good. So you could just buy refills. So that is stamping. Stamp pads 101. Ink. So I hope that has brought some information for you. Now we have 2 and a little bit days left on some of the specials for signing up as a demonstrator. and it is such a good deal. It's like you get a $220 worth of product for $135. That is an awesome way to build your kit, your starter. Get some paper, get a stamp pad, get some ribbon, get some designer series paper, get an ink pad, a stamp pad. Just look at that and what are the basics that I need, and let me start with that, and you can just build your kit and get $220 worth of items for $135. Signing up as a demonstrator, there's no commitment. There you just don't order after that if you're not interested. But if you do order after that, you will get 20% off your products. Good deal. Plus, you earn rewards, Stampin' Up! Rewards, which is just a new program that came out at the beginning of May. So that's 30% off your products. So it is a good time to be a demonstrator. You don't have to do anything. You can just keep ordering. You can invite your family to order. If you want to stay as a demonstrator, you are required to order a minimum amount every quarter. So just so that you're aware of that. But you don't have to. That's the beauty of it. You could let that lapse, and then maybe the next time there's a great special on, do that special again and sign up. So there's so much flexibility in this. It's wonderful. So thank you for joining me. And next time I'm going to have another template on Tuesday, and Thursday I'm going to show you embossing. I've been talking about it for a while, so let's do it, okay? And enjoy your weekend, and just let's get sending kindness out one card at a time. Thank you.